Hey, so I will be continuing my review video series today, and it will be a little lighter than last time, not as toxic. I will also split it between one loss and one win, and that will be two videos coming out today. So first, we'll do the worst part first. We'll do the loss first. And then check out video number 2 of the day, which will be a win. I'll just find it here. We should be able to start pretty quickly. Yes, this is the one. It is an Arabia game. Me as the Vietnamese against Derl and Gus playing as the Mayans. I can say right off the bat, I was obviously not super happy about the matchup. I know the Vietnamese has Imperial skirms and really high pierce armor unique units, but still, I don't want to go up against the Mayans with any civ really. And the Vietnamese, yeah, they're anti-archer, but they have very little going for them. The one thing they have going for them, I'm actually taking advantage of, I think. But let's just get to it, and we'll talk about that when we get there. So let's go. Okay, I am blue as the Vietnamese, and he is red as the Mayans. The golds are becoming kind of important in this game. So we can notice that he has 2 forward golds, 2 side stones. They're kind of backwards, but they're both together. I am luckier, I would say, with a back gold, or side, but more back than forward. This gold, I don't even know if it's mine. Yeah, I guess it is. That is actually my secondary gold. Isn't the secondary gold supposed to have 4 tiles? I don't even know. But yeah, it looks like it. Because then this one's mine, this one's mine, and then that is his primary and his secondary, and then that's a neutral. And there are a couple of neutrals up here, and there's the last neutral. I guess that's how it must be. It's supposed to be 2 piles for each, and then 3 neutrals? 4? 4, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should know this, but okay. I'm just going through the gold piles because my overarching strategy here is denying the good stuff that the Mayans have, right? I'm feeling that is the only way I can win. To break the Mayans before they start doing their stuff. Before they start getting out castles and plumed archers. I start off fairly well. I find both my boar. I'm kind of lucky they're together. I guess that's a blessing and a curse. If you find them, it's good. If you don't find them, it really sucks because you don't find anyone or any boar. But I find them both, so that's nice. He has a really nice boar here, close. But then he has this one, which I said I would take advantage of my strengths, and one of my strengths as the Vietnamese is the fact that I see his town center, right? So I can go straight to his base and start exploring. And I see this boar, and it's just ripe for laming, right? So that is what I'll do, and I'll actually pull off a successful lame. Not that it really matters that much, I think, but at least that's something. I have a very standard. I started with the front woodline, which is something I've started doing because some pro said it's nice to do, and then you do the back woodline as your secondary woodline. I guess the idea is that this can be denied, so better chop as much as possible from it while you can, and then have the backwood line as full as possible if you have to back off to that, retreat to that. I actually run the scout into the town center. If this had been HD, I would not have done this lame, right? Because there, the boar will always have to stab you twice for it to follow. Otherwise, it will just walk back. In DE, it's not just the villagers that must hit the board, or only have to hit the board once. Also the scouts. So lures are much easier. You can get away. You can eat. Oh, okay, I screw up. But if you pay attention, you can get away with only one hit. While I do this, I have some idling. I'm not very good at doing stuff while I'm laming, but I actually got a house up while I was laming, so can't be too mad. And this boar actually ends up fairly well positioned, so yeah, I was happy with this boar, or this lure. But, okay, this is the first mistake. Not exactly this, but I'm walling, like, I get so stressed out, and my wall end up just ridiculous. We'll see that later, but yeah, that's mistake number one. And I meant to say this in the beginning of the video, and I'll say it in the end, but I really want some user input in this video, if you don't mind, whether you're a noob or intermediate or pro or freaking wiper. Please tell me what you would have done, and I will point out the situation where I kind of want to pause and ask, what should I have done from here? Obviously, my micro is not on point. My macro is also kind of nasty at times, so you can just write play better, and I will probably be sad, but that's only because it's true. So you can say that, like this stuff. But also more strategic, tactically, what choices should I have made to get out on top here? Because I feel like I put myself in a winnable position, but I don't take advantage of it. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I have many questions regarding this game. So please chime in and share your thoughts. Yeah, so these walls here, like, what is this? What is this? It's so nasty. It gets worse though, but yeah, it doesn't start out good either. I'm walling this up. I guess that's fair enough to actually wall off the map. But it's very extensive. I guess the idea is that I want this gold, and I'm afraid of archers. So I don't want this mine to be messed with. I don't know about that, actually. I don't know if this is a good thing to do or a bad thing to do. I hardly ever see pros do anything like this. Like, it kind of looks nasty, but I don't know. I actually don't know. I get to Feudal Age just a little bit before him. Score-wise, it looks good. I guess I should take up the Fog of War and see what he's doing. He is... I want to see the populations. Okay, I have a few more vills. And I got to Feudal Age before him. So I guess, technically, it looks good right now. I've spent a lot of resources on walling, while he does these very minimalistic, this is what you would expect more from a pro, right? This nice little circle, you can pretty much see your whole base in one frame. Well, me, this is like, I want to capture real estate or something. It's not good, because if he's over here, right, there's nothing close to this area, no villagers. I have no chance of getting over here in time to wall behind this wall, or house, or build something behind this wall, if he arrives with, say, eagles. So this wall is kind of wasted. A palisade wall, for it to be effective, you need to be able to wall or build behind it, I think. Okay, here the madness starts. I remember what I was thinking. I was up here hunting, And obviously I thought that this area is very exposed, so I have to do something about it. But I didn't want to wall these hunters out, and at the same time I didn't really know what was going on. But then I saw this tree, and then I thought, oh great, there's a forest up here, so I can wall to the forest and then maybe even get this gold. I don't remember if I saw it, but at least I wanted like this area within the walls. But then this is a lone tree, right? So I walked up here and like, there is no forest. So then in, I don't know, stressed outness and desperation, I guess, I just keep walling, and this wall becomes just a ridiculous monstrosity. It's, yeah. In hindsight, it just looks so bad. Well, at the time too, I realized this was dumb, but I didn't have the attention to do anything else, I guess. No idols at the moment, and I'm sure he doesn't. I only have one idol, but that doesn't matter that much. So he's going to stone and a little bit of gold, and he has a very healthy wood income. That is something I struggle with. At the time, I'm a little short. I have 10. I probably should have had a little more on wood. I guess the problem is I'm pulling too many off of the wood line to be aggressive. Yeah, see, I don't know why I'm seeding so many farms, especially taking them off of wood, considering that I'm actually thinking archers. Because that is what I'm thinking. I see this forward gold, so I sent some archers to mess with them and see what can come of that. And then I remember this tower was not actually the initial plan. I just thought, I can put down a tower just to make sure he doesn't take any gold. Which, again, I'm not sure. Should I have done that? Should I have been more aggressive getting to Castle Age here? Is it too much? I should not have idols, definitely. But should these villagers do something else than taking stone, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm kind of happy that I remember to wall in this tower. And I'm also happy that I push him off of stone. And in this moment, looking at the score, he is in Castle Age. He got to Castle Age. No, he's clicking up to Castle Age, right. He's going up to Castle Age. I kind of had that feeling, because I knew that he would want to go castle fast. But I wasn't too worried as I was playing, because I knew that he was off of his gold, and I also knew that his secondary was up here. So I think I knew that at least. Yeah, I know that his secondary up here. So I'm moving along to make sure he's not taking this gold. And I guess my thinking is, a Maya without any gold is not a very dangerous Maya, because he can't really make any archers or eagles. Of course he can trade. But trading is expensive. He has wisely taken his villagers off of this wood line. It was obviously exposed, so they're all down here now. Maybe I should have tried to do something with this wood line. He also has this though, so he could go here, but it would definitely be disruptive to plop down a tower here. But there comes castle. But like I said, score difference is quite wide, right? So I knew that he'd been under pressure and probably hadn't been able to do exactly what he wanted to do. And I'm going in here with archers trying to do damage. Maybe it's too late for that? I don't know. I think I find a couple of kills, but maybe it's too distractive. Maybe I should have focused on other things. I know this is kind of a weird cast in that I'm just asking a lot of questions myself, but that is because I have a lot of questions for this game. I feel like these resources are kind of healthy. I just spent a heck of a lot of wood on, okay, queuing castle. Yeah. He's building this castle, which is an ingeniously positioned castle, because he's securing this gold. So he will expand out here. Looking at his resources, they are kind of unbalanced. He obviously has a lot of wood, because he has had a lot of guys on that wood line, right? And he wants wood for his archers, sure. But I'm trying to make sure he can't take stone. He got the stone for one castle, so that is kind of mission objective number 1 failed for me, right? Because I wanted to keep him away from the castle. He actually doesn't have a market, so he did all this without trade, which is impressive. Now he goes market. And with all this wood, he can buy the gold he needs for plumes. And importantly, for siege, because he's going mangonels, right? To get rid of these, I'm sure, pesky archers. Because they are actually picking things off his farms.
Tavish?
Here, he's simply vill-bashing this tower, actually. I think I'm trying to send the archers over, but they're woefully late, right? These towers, I thought they popped up to 1050 HP in Castle Age, but apparently they do not. I've heard that. Okay, that was a lie, apparently. So you need actually guard tower to get any more HP. I didn't know that until now. Interesting. Okay, but I'm trying some siege because I realize the plumes will come out. But now it's time to have a look at my eco, my wood. That is my great problem, in addition to nasty idols. And even in this cast, I'm just sitting back here, right? I'm not thinking of what's going on at home. And you can be sure, in the game, it was even worse. Look at this. It's so bad. So, like I said, my micro is not great, which we will get to if we haven't already. My micro is even worse. So this is, I realize this is something I have to work on. I have to look to my eco behind aggressions, because this is not good. Not good at all. I'm going imp. That's probably, I realize that is probably a big mistake. I put down all those resources to just really do nothing, because I have nothing to spend, right? The eco cannot support imp in any way. The idea was to mine stone heavily on my way up, get a castle, and treb down his castles. But I'm just not. I'm just not taking that stone. I think I've set the gather point on stone, but that's a drop in the ocean, right? I had to like take a lot off and put them on off of other resources, and put more vills on the stone to make that castle go up. I have 90 stone. I'm nowhere close. So, and you see his eco now. I'm on 61 pop. He's actually behind still, but he is booming like the craziest you can on 2. And here comes the third TC. I'm trying to get some knights out, but he is wise to that and will go monks. And he will have a lot of success with those monks. I probably could have done things differently and defended. Ah, I see. Okay, so when I build a new watchtower in Castle Age, you get 1020. But if It's built in feudal. It doesn't change. Alright. No. Because this one was built in feudal. I wasn't in Castle Age yet when they bashed it down. Okay, so T90 didn't lie. They do pop up to 120 HP when you reach Castle. Okay. What a mess. What is not as much of a mess as I wish it was is his economy. He has some idols, but I will forgive that because the rest of what he's doing is quite on point. He is turning this wood of his into farms and villagers and then just pumping out the
Shot it.
plumes. I have Cavalier. That's what I did with my imp. I picked up Cavalier. That's the only thing, and they don't have any upgrades. I know Spirit of Lala would cringe. I know I should pick up the blacksmith upgrades from earlier ages before I pick up an imp upgrade, because you know he's just killing this TC. Oh, it hurts so much because the value is pretty much the same for a blacksmith upgrade, for the 2 blacksmith upgrades that you get for nothing compared to the cost of Cavalier. But anyway, this is the micro I talked about, right? The micro is not good. I should probably have been able to do much more with this. This is just free kills. Vils attacking a converted Cavalier, it just falls completely apart at this point. He is taking a score lead, and I think the GG is not far away. My eco is still so nasty, right? I'm clicking Cavalier, and then I have no food income. If you click Cavalier, you should build Cavaliers. Okay, cheap move. It happened fast here, but I was about to delete a Cavalier, but the delete button, which I still use to delete units, which might not be so smart, I don't know, it's next to the pause button. So what happened was I paused instead of deleting, and then I unpaused and then deleted. So he thought I was pausing to give me time to delete, but I mean that makes no sense. If I can, yeah, misclick or mispunch, I guess. If I can click the pause button, I can might as well click the delete button. So how does that help me? I guess if I didn't have the unit selected, I guess that's what he thought, that I just heard the conversion sound, paused to find the unit. Is that even possible? Can you move around the map while paused? I don't think you can. So no, it actually doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't have helped me anyway. It was a misclick. But anyway, he moves on, taking down these towers, and now he has managed. He's freely taking his stone down here or here, so he has enough now for another castle. This is pretty much in vain that I'm trying to ram it down. I know he has mangonels, and I have nothing to support these guys with, and he can even target my rams. Like, even if he had nothing else, this castle would have taken down the trebs. No, sorry, the rams before they could get to the castle. So he gets some conversions, and yeah, that's it. GG. So a little bit of a backtrack here. Obviously, my eco was not good. Obviously, I need to look to my eco more whilst I'm putting pressure on. But at the same time, I felt like I was in a good position right as we went Castle Age. When I hit Castle Age, I feel like I wasted my whole position away and all my momentum. I should have done something else. And even after his castle went up, because I don't see exactly, given that we are in the situation where we're both in Castle Age and he has started his boom, kind of. Well, he went to a castle first and then he boomed. But I don't see exactly how I could have stopped him from getting that castle up. But let's see, I'm in that situation where he has his castle up, but his Eco is kind of in trouble, or at least weaker than it could have been because of the pressure. And I have, I don't exactly know if I have a stronger economy than him at that point. I probably don't because I've just disregarded my economy too much. But even if it like pretend that I have a slight eco lead, what should I have done with the Vietnamese? Skirms? Or skirms and cav? Or something else? Or should I have boomed? I don't feel like that's the answer because then I'm so susceptible to plume raiding. If he gets to just build plumes and run them into my economy unhindered. I guess I could have walled properly, stone walls maybe, just kept the pressure on with the goal to stonewall my economy so that the plumes couldn't do anything, and then take it late game and go imp skirms and something else. So yeah, obviously I have a lot of questions on this game. I don't know exactly how to play Vietnamese v Maya. I guess that's understandable because Maya is considered one of the best civs in the game. In Vietnamese, I think they were on the bottom, maybe except for Khmer, for the 1v1s on Boo. But yeah, leave a comment. What do you think? What should I have done? Pick your point in the game and say, at this point, you should have veered off in this direction and done this. And let me know. See you very soon for game number 2 for the day, which is my consolidation, or no, that's consolation, was what I meant to say. My consolation game, because that one, I'm actually winning. See ya.